So welcome to our YouTube channel, Save Green here. And today, for all those EV enthusiasts or those who are looking into getting an EV in the future, there's a couple things I want to point out that are going to help you in determining if an electric vehicle is something for you in the future. So today we are showing you a fast charger in effect at the moment. So we have this Polestar 2. It's a 2023 model, and one way you can tell if an electric vehicle has the fast charging capability is you will not only have that little round part at the top just to make it easier to understand, but on the bottom you'll have like the two little holes, and they will they will fit into this area. That's why this is always on there. It's a little rubber cover, but when you take it off, it enables the fast charging capability. So here we are at a ChargeSmart EV station, and with the app you can charge using your account. All you have to do is scan the QR code, and it recognizes which charging station you are at, and it will turn it on because it knows you are at that GPS location. So it's really not difficult to understand. Right now, this one has been charging for a good solid 2 minutes. And the vehicle, right now, the battery is at 34%. And it's telling me, I don't know why it's in Spanish, but it's telling me there that you have approximately 30 minutes of charge. So that's really cool because you don't have to be spending hours at a charge station. Now, the cost for the energy that you're using here is going to be a little bit more than you would pay at a regular 220, but you do get out of there quicker, and it's still going to be cheaper than gas at the moment. So you just have to download the ChargeSmart EV app. There are other apps too, and you would just have to download the apps according to what charge stations you have in your area. ChargePoint is the other one that I've used in the past, but it's telling you there at the bottom what the actual fee is. It's 49 cents a fee plus 55 cents a kilowatt hour. And if you do leave the car here and you leave and you don't come back for hours, they're going to start charging for that as well, because this can be a potential spot that someone else can be using, and you have it tied up with your car there. And the connector, if you leave the car here right now and you leave the connector in there and you lock the car, the connector won't come out. There's a lock feature in the car that lets you lock it, and then you won't be able to pull this out. So that's why they are getting aggressive with this type of stuff. Plus, if you leave the car there, you're potentially taking away their business from making money on someone that can be using their charge station. So in that case, they're going to be charging you. So it depends on the company that you're using. Some charge, some don't, but I think they're all going to follow that route, and they're going to start charging you. This one's charging you $20 parking fee, and you have a 30-minute grace period. In other words, once this thing hits 100%, the countdown begins. You got 30 minutes after it hits 100% to get yourself back here, get in the car, and drive away. So right now we are at a Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge dealership, and since they now sell Jeeps that are fully electric, they have these charging stations that were installed here, and you can see all the way back there where they have another one there. That's a fast charger. The fast charging stations are easy to spot because they are a lot bigger. And then over there, you can see that there's another one. Let me see if I can, there. So over there, you can see there's another one over there. And those back there are the 220 charge stations. And you can see how these are a little bigger. So that kind of helps you pinpoint or identify which are the charge stations you want to use. Now, if you do happen to have a 220 charge station, let's say at your workplace, like those over there, and you work in there, let's say you work in that building and you're going to be here 8 hours, then you wouldn't mind paying less, because it's going to take about 4 to 5 hours to fully charge an electric vehicle, give or take. Excuse me, but it's going to be a little bit cheaper for you versus using these fast charge stations. Now, something I want to point out when you buy yourself an electric vehicle, and one thing I would recommend to anyone that's going to do this is make sure if you have like a local car rental company like a Hertz or Enterprise that rents electric vehicles, rent one for a week. They're not very expensive. This one, for example, Hertz has a manager special where they rent it for $20 a day. You can't beat that. Now, I'm sure if you rent it weekly for 7 days, it's going to be a lot cheaper than, let's say, $140. It might be just $100, which is not bad because it lets you try the vehicle for a week, charge it at a charge station like this one, see if you like it, and then you can make a wise decision if it's something you want to look into. I will tell you this. When it comes to buying an electric vehicle, one thing you want to definitely keep in mind, and this is very important, you can't live off of charging with using these stations. It's just not going to work because your savings are not going to be there. If you're going to do it to save money on gas, it's not going to be there. You got to have the ability to charge your vehicle where you live. So if you have a home with a garage, just have an electrician install a 220 connection instead of 110. You can charge it with 110, but it'll take, to charge a car from like 0 to 100%, it'll take 3 days. You can't do that because you're going to be needing the vehicle. So get a 220 connector so you have the ability to charge at home using 220 volts of electricity. It'll usually charge your vehicle overnight. So when you go to bed, just connect it and it'll be done in roughly about 5 hours. Like I said, give or take. I know someone that has a Cadillac Lyric electric vehicle and it charges in about 5 hours. So he leaves it charged in at night, and in the morning before you get up, before you go to work, it's already done charging. But you can't live off of these charging stations. What they're good for is if you're traveling and let's say the car goes, let's say 300 miles on a full charge, and you're traveling on vacation and you're going to drive 500 miles. Well, you're going to use an app like the ChargeSmart EV app, the ChargePoint EV app, and there's another one. I'm trying to remember the name. PlugShare. So you download PlugShare, and PlugShare will tell you pretty much everywhere where there's charging stations, and then you can narrow down by charge the ones that are fast chargers. So you don't have to spend a lot of time waiting there for your car to charge while you're on vacation. It also lets you pinpoint and narrow down to the ones that have like a restaurant where there's a charging station, which is very convenient because if you're going to make a pit stop, that's something you want to have the ability to, while you're in there eating, let's say for 1 hour or 45 minutes with your family, you can also take advantage and charge the car. So I hope this video helped everyone that's looking into getting an electric vehicle in the future. Again, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Save Green here, and we'll see you on the next one.